We're always told to follow a structured meal plan because it seems like it would be the easiest. It's like wearing the same outfit every day. At the end of the week, you ask yourself the question, did you follow the plan? With 80% or greater compliance, then great, you can repeat. If it's less than 80% compliance, this plan, because it's the same meal all the time, can leave you with a, okay, well, I guess I just have to try harder. So if it's the same meal and you're running into the same problem, without further introspection, this cycle can lead to feelings of defeat and shame, lack of innovation or problem solving, dwindling sense of self efficacy, and an unwillingness to acknowledge points of friction. It's this idea that, well, I'm just going to have to be better. If you're thinking about a structured meal plan, repeating the same meals weekly, here are a few questions that you should ask yourself. Do you have children? If you have children, you really don't need me to explain why this is a challenge. There are many. Do you travel frequently? Travel invites unpredictability and unknowns. Do you have tight deadlines or fluctuating work schedules? Again, this is something you have all experienced. Do you suffer from SAD or experience seasonal variations? We don't always factor in how we're feeling or the changes in weather. And does anyone in your household have a different approach to food? If they do, whether it's celebrations, family gatherings, this could mean kind of a constant point of friction. I think we already know that time is often an issue. Something pops onto your schedule. You're waiting for something longer than expected. You didn't expect traffic to be so bad. We also need to factor in capacity, mental health. Where are you at? How are you feeling? Cognitive load, and this is sometimes also referred to as decision fatigue. It's usually at the end of the day, but you reach this point and you're like, nah, I can't make any more decisions today. My brain just isn't going to brain. Stress and grief. This definitely impacts your capacity. And complexity. Maybe it means that the meals that you've decided on take a lot more work and you don't have that much practice in the kitchen. So things are not coming together quite the way you expected them to. So let's give some examples so you see what this means. What if you have the time but no capacity? That means you have downtime, but you don't have the bandwidth to think about anything or focus really hard. You prepare your proteins in advance over the weekend, and then you add to various fresh or quick combinations such as a whole grain, salad, or grab and go sides, something that doesn't take much. If you have the capacity but no time, you can think about it, but you're in a hurry. Minimize cleanup and precision with one pot, crock pot, Instapot, soups, stews, and roasted meals. That way, everything comes together and doesn't require a lot of work. What if you have both? Great. You can plan your full menu, bank some freezer servings, do some advanced prep as needed, add lots of variety. You have the time. And at any point, you could default to the easier plan. If something comes up in any of these places, then you can go to plan B, pre-screened restaurant meals, banked freezer meals, shelf-stable throw-together meals. I just threw in bean burrito bowls as an example. So here are the main points. You want to take an agile approach to meal planning. Follow the same process every time you revamp a plan. I always start with breakfast because I have the most tolerance for repetition and my breakfast doesn't depend on anybody else. And then I build out from there. Work in sprints. So look at your schedule. When is this routine going to have to change. Consider risk mitigation. Decide what your obstacles are, even if you think they're silly. If you know that 2 days into this, you're never going to want to see that meal again, plan accordingly and put any excess in servings to put in the freezer as your banked meals. Examine dependencies. Be really clear about the things that will get in your way that have nothing to do with your planning. Build in buffers. Overestimate the time it will take you to prepare meals and factor in kitchen cleanup. Keep add-ons handy if you go to a restaurant and you can really only eat a small amount because you know this is not aligned with your goal. Have some stuff at home or handy so that you can supplement that meal with some fresh whole foods so you don't have to stay hungry.